Yo guys, what is up? It's Flip here, and today I wanted to bring you my first ever story video. So without further ado, let's just hop right into the video. But before I start, I just want to say that I in no way condone anything that I talk about in this video. This is something that I did in my past, so, just don't judge me, and if you haven't yet done this, then just don't even start doing it. But what I'm talking about is smoking weed. It's something that, like a lot of people do. It's really common in our world nowadays, and it's really controversial, actually. But this is the story of the first time I have ever partaken in that activity, which I no longer do. I have not done in a few years. I haven't done in like 2 or 3 years now, so let's just hop right into the story, I guess. Alright, so as you guys know, I skateboarded when I was younger. I hung out with a lot of people that were around that scene for a long time, where they would smoke with their older brothers and sisters, and it was just something I was always told not to do because I have asthma. And I was always deathly scared of having asthma attacks. I still am to this day. So I never did it. Even if my friends were gonna smoke and they were like, yo, Zach, come on with us, I just went home. I just completely did not, it just never crossed my mind to do it. Until one day I was feeling a little adventurous. We were out skateboarding at my friend's house. I'm gonna say no names, so nobody's incriminated in the story, but we were hanging out at my friend's house and we were spending the night, and they really wanted to smoke. This was in 8th grade, I believe, and they were just really looking and searching for somebody to buy weed from. And let me tell you this right here, it is a lot harder than it seems. We sat for an hour and a half, 2 hours, trying to buy $10 worth of weed, which is actually not a lot at all. It's kind of insane how long we as 8th graders sat there looking for this stuff. So we finally found somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody, okay? And this kid was already sketchy as it seemed, so I didn't even want to see who his friend was. So we got in contact with this guy. He told us that his friend was going to meet us outside of the trailer park in his van. He has a green van, and we would just know it when we saw it. He would get out the car. Alright, so we're sitting there waiting on the corner of a trailer park, which is already sketchy as it is. People driving by, middle of the day. It is like 4 in the afternoon, and we're just sitting on a bench outside of this trailer park, right? Coming down the road, literally going 20 miles over the speed limit, comes this giant green van. Okay, this thing was the biggest jalopy piece of crap I've ever seen in my life. Different colored rims, had duct tape all over it. It was, if you want to see a drug dealer's car, that was it. That was the epitome of drug dealers' cars. It pulls up, skirches to a stop right in front of us. Me and my 2 friends look at him like, what the hell is this? He hops out the car like he's known us his entire life, starts giving us dap and what's up guys, blah, blah, blah. We hand him the money, he gives us the drugs, and we literally get away as fast as we can. That guy was creepy scary. So, we're back, we're walking towards his house, and who do we get stopped by? The cops. What are the odds that we get stopped by the cops right after we buy drugs? They stopped us just to ask us if we had seen anything because there was some domestic violence thing going on. We were like, no, we have no clue what you're talking about. So luckily that was a false alarm, but I almost shit myself, okay? Literally, I was squeezing it, I was clenching so hard. I thought literally the first time I had been around something like that, I fucked up. Alright, so, we're getting back to his house, we get back to his house and we hide it. We hide it in our shoe, and we're sitting there, we're playing Modern Warfare 2. This was the first time I actually ever played Modern Warfare 2, by the way. And we were sitting there playing for an hour or two. Couple hours go by, a couple more hours go by, and it's 9 o'clock, okay? We're like, alright guys, it's time to go, it's time to go. His mom thinks we're still in the room playing video games. We shut and lock the door, turn off the lights, and we sneak out his window of his trailer. We're walking down the street, and all of a sudden, they say, oh, we forgot the weed. It fell out of his shoe and was on the floor of his mother's house. Just sitting on the floor. So we sneak back in the window, kicking the shit out of his house the whole time, breaking his screen, sneak back into his house, pick up the weed off his floor, and sneak back out again. We are the least stealthy group of motherfuckers I have ever seen in my life. This is like literally the worst thing that's ever happened. So we're sneaking back out the window. We get over to the woods where we're gonna smoke this joint. It's gonna be so cool. I'm gonna be so high, whatever. These kids pull out a Bible. A Bible. What? A fucking Bible? They didn't have a bowl or anything like that. They used Bible papers, the blank ones in the front and in the back. They pulled it out, and I literally watched them wrap it like they were wrapping a present. Like, they were taking so much care in it, and it was like just like so perfect looking. It was crazy how much care they took in wrapping this blunt. But anyway, we get to wrapping this blunt. I finally get it passed to me. They light it. I take the biggest breath of anything I have ever taken in my life, and I felt my soul leave my body. I swear to God, I coughed so hard my lungs were going to collapse. It was the worst feeling I have ever felt in my life. And by the time I regained it, it had already gone around my friends like 3 or 4 more times. It was almost gone already. It was literally the worst experience ever. But what did my dumbass do? I took another puff. And while I was taking said puff, I burnt the shit out of my fingers. That's how small this little thing already was. Burnt the shit out of my fingers and started coughing to death again. Literally, I thought I was going to pass out. I took the biggest hit of anything ever. It was just literally the worst experience ever. And you want to know the worst thing about smoking weed for the first time? You don't get high. It's something that my friends told me, and I didn't know that it was actually a thing. But you don't get high. You don't feel the effects of marijuana the first time you do it. So you go through all of the coughing and hacking and feeling your soul leave your body with no good effects from it. I had to do it probably 4 more times after that, separate occasions, before I felt anything. And it was just a weird experience with sketchy people, and I really thought I was going to die. I have a couple more sketchy stories about sketchy people doing sketchy things, and I will definitely be telling you guys those in the future. I hope you guys enjoyed this little story thing. This is my first one, and I'm definitely going to do more in the future if you guys liked it. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me anything I can do to make my videos better for you guys. But until next time, it's Flip, and I'm out. Thanks, yo.